Hey everybody, welcome to the Agroforestry Academy channel. Today I'm going to show you a new area we just planted here in Reservado Cajuzeira in Lençóis. So let's take a look. So this area was planted in the last agroforestry course that we had here in November, from the 14th to the 17th of November. That means it's almost 1 month old. It's 5-6 days of completing 1 month. And here's the basic design of the system. We've got rows of tree spaced out every 5 meters. So we've got one here, as you can see the banana plant sprouting. You can see this is a shisha. It's a nut we have here in Brazil, and we've got young seedlings which just sprouted from seed. And then we've got prickly pear, we've got pineapple, we've got maize, we've got cotton, and obviously we've got castor beans because that's our most faithful and loyal ally. And then we've got 3 rows of production with pineapple, maize, sorghum and cassava, and then we've got another row of trees over here. So you can see this is another row of trees. So we've got a row of trees spaced every 5 meters. Actually it's 4.8 meters, and then 3 beds in between where we planted our pineapples, prickly pear, maize, cassava and pigeon pea. And we also had beans, but the beans haven't really sprouted very nicely. There was some problem with it. I'm not quite sure what it was, but that brings one important point. When we plant, we should always add to our system plants that are guaranteed that they're going to grow. So for example, we've got I've got pigeon pea and I've got sorghum, which are very, very vigorous plants which don't need much, and so they're certain to grow. So if my beans failed, I'm still gonna have my bed nicely covered with green. And I mean, this sorghum is 25 days old, and it's in 1 week or 2 I'm already going to be pruning it and putting organic matter on the soil. So it's actually going to feed my corn. Since sorghum resprouts, we can take advantage of that and use it as an organic matter production. I want to show you also this a detail of the way that we planted the cassava, because we did it. Check it out. You can see that usually people just bury the whole stem, but we did it a directional planting. That you can see that there's one cassava which was stuck in the soil pointing that way, and one which was stuck this way. What this is going to do is the roots are going to be concentrated on the borders of the bed. And the reason why I did this is because I've got the pineapple right close by, and I've got the prickly pear, and obviously when I harvest the cassava it's going to make a mess on the soil. And so by doing this directional planting, I'm making sure that the pineapple is not going to be affected by it, and so I can harvest the cassava without a problem. Let's take a look at our row of trees here. We've got fruit trees planted every 1.5 meters, and it's pretty much like this. We've got a banana planted every 3 meters, and then we've got another seedling which was planted in between bananas. So I've got a banana here which is already sprouting over here. If you haven't seen the way that we plant bananas, which is a bit different from what most people do, we only plant the core of the plant and we bury it completely. So I think we have a video about it. I'm going to link to it in the description of this video so that you can see how we plant it. It's a great way to plant banana plants. So they're beginning to sprout. So we've got one here, and then 3 meters ahead we've got another one here which hasn't sprouted yet. You can see that in every banana bed I always plant a castor beans and maize. The castor beans will produce shade, initial shade and organic matter for the banana plant, and the maize is going to produce corn cobs for me to eat. I mean, since the nest for the banana plant is so well manured and so well prepared, we really need to take advantage of it and plant things that will give us an early harvest. So for example, maize is a great plant. I should have put tomatoes here as well, but I didn't have seeds at the time, so I didn't organize myself early enough to have those seeds, so that was a fail. But I always plant corn and tomatoes in the nests for the fruit seedlings, which are the most well prepared soil in the bed. And then here in the middle, so we've got banana there, we've got banana here, and then right in the middle we've got another one. This is mangosteen, and yeah, it's got a bit of burnt leaves, but it should start throwing out new shoots soon enough. You can see that the leaves are all cut. This is something I do to reduce the transpiration of the plant, so the amount of water that it's going to lose is reduced, and that guarantees a less, how can I call it, impactful transplant. And then we've got more maize, and obviously the prickly pear and the pineapples over here, and we've got all the small seedlings sprouting here. So this is leucaena, this is also leucaena, this is cotton, this is papaya, then we've got more papaya, this is aroeira, this is passion fruit. This is a native species of passion fruit, which is delicious. It's sweet, it's very, very sweet. And then over here we've got tamarind, Senna spectabilis, which is called São João around here, more aroeira, more papaya, and then there's a small cashew sprouting right here. Let's take a look. There you go. This is the cashew sprouting. The prickly pear looks really nice. There you go. It's sprouting nicely. I always use cotton. Cotton is really good, to have in the mix of seeds, because this was planted, I just mixed the seeds, all of the seeds, with a bit of good soil and manure, and I always put cotton with it, because you see cotton grows pretty fast, and then it will give a nice shaded environment for the plant. So that's pretty much it, people. I'll keep you updated. We should have a nice maize harvest here, because the maize looks pretty nice. And I'm really hoping to harvest some nice pineapple as well. This is a prickless variety of pineapple, so it's really great to work with, because you don't fuck up your hands. And I'll keep you updated for sure. Soon it should be looking more like this, with big castor beans, maize ready to harvest, and bigger banana plants and all that. So it should be a pretty nice system to observe. Ooh, look what we have there. It's a nice and beautiful squash. Our pineapples soon are going to be looking like this. These are 4 months old. Or actually not even that. This is 4 months old. This is not a prickless variety, as you can see, so you really have to be careful with it. You can and should caress it, but you need to know which way the pricks point to, and it's obviously this way, so you can't do this, but it's alright for you to do this. We've got a little moringa tree growing nicely. We've got sugar apple right there underneath it, and a banana plant with castor beans. Alright guys, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy our videos, and I hope that it sheds some light on agroforestry for you and it helps you somehow. So if you haven't subscribed to our newsletter yet, do it. The link is right underneath, and keep in tune for the next video. So this is the Agroforestry Academy crew signing off. And remember, keep it pruned.